and lips are good for kissing. Nothing new there then.
Earlier in the show, we simulated a car crash in a karate dojo. We also discovered that Ollie was a bit of a masochist. We then asked ourselves, would it be possible to recreate the effects of a multiple car pilot using the information we'd already gathered on a rugby pitch?
For this part of the experiment, we're going to use Nick and Ollie to represent different modes of transport. Because of his mass, Ollie's going to represent a car. Nick is considerably smaller, so he'll just be a motorbike.
For some reason yet to be clarified, Ollie is displaying even less common sense than usual.
Like a big bunch of girls to me. Big bunch of girls.
Nick, however, has to see the funny side of this.
Ollie's been taunting the rugby team that are about to pound us. Team talk.
To recreate our pile-up, the players will position themselves in a semicircle around the guinea pig, like so. They're then going to hurl themselves into the guinea pig from a variety of angles, and while not being strictly accurate in terms of weight or speed ratios, they're near enough, and we should see some really spectacular results. Especially if Ollie keeps on calling the front row a bunch of girlies.
You're like a big bunch of girls, are you? I think they like me. Oh! Oh! Ollie! Well, apparently I'm simulating a car, and I'm going to find out what it's going to be like in a multiple pile-up.
That was very good. Let's watch it again. This is a very good simulation of a real car accident. Ollie is completely unaware of what's about to hit him, and is therefore unable to brace himself for the impact. This is a classic example of what happens to the human body in a rear-end collision. Ollie's body is moving faster than his head, and as a result, he's about to suffer, in a very minor form, one of the most common injuries, whiplash. So just in case you missed it, do it again. And again. Yes, a very successful start to the experiment. Should we continue? But why is Ollie in such pain, while the players are able to get straight up? Well, the players are distributing the energy of the impact all along the skeleton, from shoulder to toe. Ollie, on the other hand, is absorbing the energy into his midriff and rib cage, neither of which is designed for such heavy impact.
Which may account for his possible broken rib. However, there's no accounting for this.
Anything to say? What are they?
A bunch of cows!
And he's
half the size of me!
been there a bunch of girls?
No!
You seem a bit quiet, mate.
It's alright guys, you can rent him by the hour. It's still a bunch of girls!
Through your mind, mate.
Man, every part of me is telling me not to do this.
Nicky is very unhappy about this experiment, so why are we making him do it? What new information can we possibly gather? Well, remember earlier we discussed the first law of thermodynamics and how energy has got to go somewhere? With Ollie, there was a lot of him to absorb that energy. Nicky is a lot smaller, so what will happen when the energy hits him? Well, let's find out.
G-U-I-N-E-N-P-I-G-S!
Right, it's my turn to partake in this multiple pile-up fun. I'm representing a motorbike today. The safety word is Mesopotamia.
No surprise there then. As you might have guessed, because Nicky is smaller, the energy of the impact makes him travel even further. Of course, as in any good science, the only way to confirm is to repeat the experiment. Another 7 times.
You're right, mate, you're right. I think that's a no.
Well, that was incredibly successful. It was an excellent illustration of why you should never attempt to repeat any guinea pig experiment. In the space of half an hour, we saw the guinea pigs break a collarbone, sustain a possible rib fracture, and whiplash. Even under our control circumstances, with health and safety experts on site, injuries can still occur. Remember, the guinea pigs suffer, so you don't have to.
Tamia. I remember being in the air quite a lot. Other than that, my head's killing me.
N-I-C-K-Niggy!